This video is sponsored by OneFootball. If you need a new football app on your phone, OneFootball is the place to go. You can select Celtic as your favourite team, and that'll give you all the latest Celtic news, transfer speculation, fixtures, and even live match updates if for any reason you can't make or watch a game. You can also add widgets to your home screen to keep up to date with Celtic's next fixture, who it's against, what the kick-off time is, all that stuff. And you can track leagues from across the world, league tables, top goal scorers, you name it, you'll find it all there on the OneFootball app. You can download it by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's free, absolutely free, wherever you get your apps on your phone. And it's a great way to support Celtic Fans TV. So if you haven't downloaded it already, please click the link below and get involved. What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV and welcome to Warsaw. We are finally here. Left Edinburgh last night. The flight to Krakow was meant to be 6:20. It was delayed 4 hours and then delayed 5 hours. Then it came into Katowice. We had to get a bus for Katowice to Krakow, and then we get the train for Krakow to Warsaw today. So we're finally here. It's brilliant to be back. I was here a couple of months ago for Artur Boric's testimonial in that stadium behind us that will host Champions League Matchday 2 tomorrow between Shakhtar Donetsk and Celtic. Obviously we come into this game having had no game at the weekend due to the postponements across the country. I think that should maybe stand us in good stead. It'll have allowed Ange Postecoglou and the team to focus solely on this game for the best part of a week. That's a luxury that Shakhtar didn't have. They had a league game at the weekend. They got a late 2-1 victory. Marian Shved was on the score sheet again. They got a 96th minute winner. They've had 10 points from their opening 4 league matches, and they obviously sit joint top of Group F after that impressive 4-1 victory in Leipzig last week. But for us, last season in the Europa League, we looked really dangerous away from home. I think you could argue we played much better football away from home in the Europa League last season than we did at home. And we know this Celtic team is very strong on the counter-attack, and I expect that to be a strength for us tomorrow. This is a great opportunity. Shakhtar obviously playing here in their Champions League group stage games. It's not where they're playing their league matches, I don't think. It'll be a bit different for them as well. We've got to try and exploit that, make of it what we can. There'll be a strong away support from Celtic. I can't wait to get in there tomorrow. It was different with the testimonial. There was only 200, 300 Celtic fans there. Tomorrow the section will be sold out. It'll be a brilliant atmosphere and I'm absolutely buzzing for the game. But we're here for the starting 11 prediction. We'll get to the team. I don't think there'll be too many changes to that team that faced Real Madrid 7 days ago. I think it'll be Joe Hart in goals. I think the back 4 will stay the same. It'll be Josip Juranovic, who's played a lot of football here, obviously in this stadium for Legia Warsaw, alongside Carter Vickers. Jens will keep his place at centre half with Starfelt still out. Greg Taylor will play at left back. The midfield picks itself as it did last week. The captain Callum McGregor, Rio Hatate and Matt O'Reilly, all 3 of whom I think done themselves justice against Real Madrid. I thought Hatate and McGregor in particular were brilliant in that game. For the first 50-60 minutes they went toe to toe with Real Madrid and looked like they really belonged at that level. Listen, we know Callum McGregor belongs at that level. We've seen him excel in the Champions League before for Celtic, but for Rio Hatate to put in that level of performance in his first Champions League group stage game was so encouraging, and I expect to see that level from him tomorrow night again. The front 3, I think that's where we'll see the only change. I think Abada will play on the right hand side because he gives us that threat and that pace going forward. I think Maeda will start this game on the bench. I think Jota will play from the left hand side. The only thing I will say about Jota, having watched the Real Madrid game back, is that he wasn't quite as effective. He got in some good areas, he got in 1v1 situations with Carvajal, didn't really make the most of them. You'd expect him to bring a big performance tomorrow. As I say, on the counter-attack, you think about that game last season away to Ferencváros, where Jota, Kyogo and Abada were excellent. We really picked Ferencváros off on the counter-attack that night. We got a 3-2 victory. That's the kind of game I think will play out tomorrow. Shakhtar Donetsk, obviously a better side than Ferencváros, but I think the counter-attack can be massive for us tomorrow. The pace we've got in transition can really hurt teams. The big difference this week is that we have to take our chances when they come along. We've watched Celtic so often away from home in the Champions League. We don't have a great record It is the much talked about record. We've not talked about it for 5 years because we haven't made the group stages, but only those 2 away group stage wins against Anderlecht and against Spartak Moscow. It'd be brilliant to add to that tomorrow night here against Shakhtar. It would be a massive victory in the group, but I do expect it to be a tough game, and we'll need guys like Jota to bring their absolute highest level and make the most of those opportunities, whether it be in possession or in transition. We've got to make the most of the opportunities and score when we get the chance. The one change, I think, to tomorrow's team from last week will be that Kyogo Furuhashi will play through the middle instead of Yakimakis. As I've said throughout this video, I think Kyogo gives us a different dynamic on the counter-attack, and I think we're so strong in transition with him in the team. Yakimakis has a different threat, and he held the ball up really, really well last week against Real Madrid. He was a great focal point for us. He got us up the pitch. He had Militao running scared a little bit at times in that first half, and he's a great asset for us. But I think away from home, breaking in transition, in counter-attack, Kyogo is going to be absolutely massive for us. So that's 11 I think the manager will go with for the game tomorrow. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We're going to try and do a bit of an Instagram takeover tonight into tomorrow before the game. Come with us on the journey if you're not here in Warsaw. Instagram is the place to get all of that content during the day. Tomorrow we hope to be back here with a Champions League Matchday morning video before the game, and then we'll have the full-time reaction here from outside the stadium, as always, on what can hopefully be a massive night for Celtic away from home in the Champions League. Like this video, comment with your own thoughts on tomorrow's game below. Who would you go with? What starting 11 would you go with Ange Postecoglou tomorrow? And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's the only way to keep up with all of the content we've got coming across this Champions League campaign, but more importantly here in Warsaw over the next couple of days. Cheers.